Well, the reliability of Australian sunscreens is under intense scrutiny, with the regulator, the Therapeutic Goods Administration, holding serious concerns about an international laboratory that many have used for testing. An ABC investigation found that at least half of the sunscreens that failed to meet their SPF claims in choice testing earlier this year were tested by the lab Princeton Consumer Research. Sunscreen experts have questioned the data from this lab, and former staff have told ABC's 7:30 they quit the company over concerns about the integrity of its testing. Rachel Carbonell is a national health reporter and part of the ABC investigations team, which has been looking into this issue. She joins me now. Hi there, Rachel. So a lot has happened this week, including some more sunscreens which were removed from sale. What can you tell me about that?
Yes, well, after the choice testing earlier this year, which found that 16 out of 20 popular sunscreens didn't meet their sun protection factor, there have been some sunscreens that have been withdrawn from sale just in the last week as a result of that. Everybody will remember that one of those sunscreens came back in the choice testing of having an SPF of just 4, even though it was supposed to be SPF 50. And it turns out that there are a lot of sunscreens that share that same base formula. So the TGA has said there are now 21 sunscreens in that category, which have now been recalled or paused for sales or are under review. But we have been looking more deeply, and so has the TGA, into Princeton Consumer Research, which is a popular lab with Australian sunscreen makers to get their SPF testing done. Some experts have said that they have real concerns about the data in the SPF reports for some Australian sunscreens. The TGA says it has serious concerns about that now and has reached out to the lab but hasn't heard back yet. And some sunscreen makers and brands have told us they will no longer be using that lab. And then we have now spoken to a couple of former employees of Princeton Consumer Research who have made some allegations, in particular that they felt that they had to leave that company because of their serious concerns about testing practices and the integrity of the SPF reports that were being provided to both clients in Australia and in other parts of the world.
So, Rachel, what has the lab itself had to say?
Well, we've invited the senior staff at that lab to do an interview with the ABC on a couple of occasions and haven't had any luck, but a spokesperson for Princeton Consumer Research has categorically denied any allegation of unethical practice or breaches of protocols and pointed out that the two former employees that the ABC have spoken to now run their own testing company, which is in competition with Princeton Consumer Research, and has also said that they don't have the sort of skills and expertise to be making this kind of commentary about Princeton Consumer Research, and it has been very fierce in protecting and defending its testing practices.
And so what can Australians who are worried about their sunscreens do?
Well, I mean, look, for those ones that the TGA has announced are being recalled or paused for sale, I guess it's probably best to put those aside for now. But a lot of the sunscreens that Choice initially tested did come back with SPF results in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, which still, while it's not great if it's not the same as what's on the label, does provide quite high protection. Experts in this area say the most important thing is not to lose faith in your sunscreen. Keep using it, put lots of it on, reapply it regularly, and don't forget about all of the other things that you can do to be sun smart these days. Seek shade, wear sunglasses, a hat, and so on.